I just figure out the intro later on.
Okay.
Um, I was gonna ask you, have you been a fan of Harry Potter since forever, or like, or how does that work? Because I'll be honest with you, I'm not a fan. Not because I'm a hater. I hate it. I just never got into it,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then I knew
Mm-hmm.
about the movies, the books, all this. I mean, honestly,
Mm-hmm.
I've been to Universal Studios in Florida,
Mm-hmm.
and the Harry Potter land, whatever they call it, it's badass.
Hmm.
I love it.
Oh, yeah. I'm jealous of you. I haven't got to go yet.
Yeah, man,
It's on.
it's fun, dude. And I tell people like, if you're a Harry Potter fan and you haven't gone, you're missing out. Cause I'm not a fan and I loved it.
Man, I can't even imagine, man. Especially, I really love the fact too, that have Hogsmeade in California, I think, and then Diagon Alley in Florida, which kind of tempts you to visit both parks for the full experience. But I guess when it comes to the Harry Potter stuff, I've been in it since book one. My mother got into it. I didn't really give two shits at first, but then she got me into it, and then we went to every single book like premiere that came out, like all of them. I went to every single opening night of every single movie, and even the Fantastic Beasts franchise, which honestly, I feel is a missed opportunity. Um, but I've been a fan through the whole ride. I still keep up with it. Now I will say I'm not the most knowledgeable for the deep lore, but I can sit here and just gush about this franchise for days. Um, and unfortunately, given today's society, or I say society, but given today's climate and everything, and the shit that J.K. Rowling pulled, it gives you a bit of a mixed feeling because honestly, it's become something that's bigger than her, and it's just a shame that she decided to black mark herself in such a way due to just ignorance, you know?
Yeah, man. Like honestly, I knew the well. Obviously, we're talking about the game that's caused the most drama, I guess, right now at the moment. But before it was because she made a tweet or what she said something that some I forgot what she said. I forgot to look it up. I know she caused some controversy because she said something about I guess genders or whatever.
Yeah, I as I took it as her original tweets were questions because I don't believe she understood. I think that she is at that age where she's just outside of the bracket to understand the plight, to have the empathy for that struggle. You know, similar to people maybe a generation after our parents' age, the whole gay thing, or even before that, the whole interracial thing. I think that's really what it is. I think her general first tweet was pure, maybe curiosity to a point, and I think it was kind of like construed. And then from there, I feel like because of the reaction to her questions, uh, it ended up forcing her. I wouldn't say it forced her. She made her fucking choice to continue down the rabbit hole. But I do think to a point she was pushed more toward not respecting this particular set of people because she was being attacked just for asking those questions, and it made her bitter because of it, which is a shame because honestly, I think she could have been a great force for that community even though I don't think she would care too much because she's tried to do more progressive stuff. Like, I don't know if you know this, but Dumbledore's gay. Um,
When did they come out? Was it one of those new movies, The Beast, and is that when they said he was gay?
well, they said it before the movies came out. Like, it was several years ago. They actually,
Oh,
I think,
okay.
I think she straight up just said, "Yeah, he's gay." And then that whole Grindelwald thing took shape from there. Because honestly, I just feel like she did it. Um, to attract those people to her franchise, to for them to be seen, to get more people invested in her world.
Yep.
That's good. That's just good strategy, honestly, 100%. But because honestly, it does feel a little shoehorned in. There is no indication of any of this in the books, like 1 through 7. There's no indication that he's gay in any way, shape, or form.
Oh,
There's no.
she definitely added that after.
Oh, 100%. She like I said, smart move, but and even with the movies, like I would have loved to have seen more of that that kind of relationship and to kind of build on that. There was an opportunity there, but like I said, Fantastic Beasts franchise was a big misstep from number two onward, in my opinion. Um, but that doesn't like with the controversy of the games. Honestly, I personally separate her from the franchise. She did not make the game. I don't even believe she wrote the plot of the game. She had nothing to do with the programming. This was a game made by fans for fans. And that's how I personally can feel or justify me wanting to play this game and and liking to play the game. I don't give two shits about J.K. Rowling. If she never writes another Harry Potter book or participates in the franchise ever again, it wouldn't break my heart. I think that there are people out there that could probably build upon her legacy, I guess, if you want to call it that, and make something out of it that's inclusive for everybody. Heck, even in this game, I don't see it, but they said that there's one like the bartender in the Three Broomsticks is trans, and I was just like, I didn't give two. Why does it fucking matter? It doesn't. I get they want the representation. That's great. And I love that they get it, but like me, I don't care if the person is trans in the game or not. I don't care if a person's gay in the game or not. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I mean, I understand. Like I said, if they're in there, if they're trans, cool. It doesn't affect the game or the story really or the plot, as far as I
Yeah.
know. Um, well, let me tell you my side, because I mean, like I said, I wasn't planning on getting the game or anything,
Hmm.
at all. And then I saw it; it was coming out. It was Harry Potter. I know it's a big thing. It's a big franchise. And then people started talking more about it, like I guess what they call them, the SJWs. and then
Yeah.
and then that got me like, why this game getting so much hate, right? And then they
Yeah.
started talking about how what she said and this and that, and in my mind, I'm just like anything else. They have Lego, they have books, the parks, everything.
Hmm.
She has nothing to do with that stuff. She licenses Harry Potter. She
Hmm.
gets her money up front, and they do whatever they want with it, right? Same
Hmm.
thing for this game. I'm sure she licensed it. She got her money up front, and then she hasn't touched it since, right?
Yeah.
And then I'm just like, how much is this lady worth, anyways? And I was looking up, she's like worth over like $1 billion and all this other crap. And I'm just
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
think not buying this fucking video game is gonna affect her bottom line?
No, it's not even gonna. From my understanding, she's richer than the queen, or I'm sorry, the king now. Which is insanity to think.
Dude,
But yeah,
I saw no, I saw that she was worth like $1 billion, and I was like, how much is the whole franchise like worth? Like all of it? You know how Star Wars was worth? I forgot how much they sold it for or whatever. And I looked it up. It was like $45 billion, dude. The
yeah,
whole franchise, and I'm just like, this video game is like a drop in that. And
yeah,
then not just that, you're only affecting the people that worked on the game if you're the one to buy it, right?
100%, 100%.
And, and for sure, there's gay people that worked on it, trans people that worked on it, and I'm just like, you think they hated working on the game? They probably love Harry Potter too.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
and then I don't understand why it was getting so much hate. And then I started getting more like going deep into it, and then people were like getting bullied online. And I know you said you were streaming on Twitch, and
Mm-hmm.
then I guess some people on Twitch were getting like bullied, and I'm just like, why? I'm not. I don't know, man. It was bizarre. And
Yeah,
then
I don't understand the correlation between if you buy this game, you must hate a specific group of people. You know, it's not like I'm killing trans people in this game. Like this is they literally it's fans making this game. The love and attention that was put in this is at like it's palpable. Like everywhere you go in this game, it's just like here's a nod to this scene in a movie or here's a nod to this in the book. Like it's incredible. And to go onto somebody's like you get the choice to go to somebody's platform and watch their stuff and then they give them hate, just don't watch it. Like if you don't want to support it, then don't. Like speak with your wallet, speak with your time. There's no reason to harass people.
yeah, but I forgot this guy on YouTube. He made a video about it. He was
Hmm.
making fun of it. I mean, he made a great point. He was like, these same people could be boycotting the parks. Why don't they go to Florida or California and boycott the parks, or
Yeah.
or the book readings or whatever they do? I don't know what they do, but I know they'd rather just be on the keyboard. And then not just that, what they're doing is bringing more attention to the game. And like
Exactly.
myself, I wasn't gonna buy the game. I could care less what she said however many years ago. But once I started
Hmm.
seeing the actual gameplay and how the world is. I don't know anything about Harry Potter besides like the basic stuff, right? I
Yeah.
was like, this game looks badass. And guess
Yeah.
what? And I bought it and I started playing it and I'm like, this game is badass. So I'm
Yeah.
like, the only thing you're doing is bringing more attention to it. And you were never going to stop people from playing it.
No, no, absolutely not. If anything, it makes people want to play it more when you tell them not to do it.
Yeah, and like my case, I was like, I was never gonna play it because I wasn't interested. But once I actually sat down and saw people playing it, and I was like, the game looked fun, and now I have it, and now I'm playing it. So I'm like, I don't understand why, and I think that's just an issue. That's not just with this game. I remember a few years ago. I don't know if you ever played the game Days Gone.
Yeah, the one with Sam Witwer,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, with the zombies and all that.
Yeah, that was a good game.
Yeah, man, I love that game. But there was like people were getting mad at the game because apparently, well, not apparently, in the game they have those little kid zombies, right?
Yeah.
And then you have to kill them, and they're like, this game promotes child violence or whatever. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, if there was a real, not that it's gonna happen, but if in the real world there's gonna be kid zombies,
Yeah, 100%. They didn't care that they had that kid zombie in The Walking Dead, Lily episode 1.
and they murder the hell out of that kid, that
Yeah.
little girl. And I was
Uh,
just like, there was just articles and articles, and I'm just like, this, and I was just like, I'm still gonna buy the game. I'll kill 100 of those little zombie kids. Who gives a shit?
If,
It's a
if
video
anything, I
game.
find that's if anything, it's more terrifying in my opinion. Like it's just like it's just innocence gone. Like the representation of a child zombie or child anything is just
Yeah,
terrifying to me, man. Like it's creepy. And that's I think it's a great effect. Like even in I don't know if you're watching The Last of Us right now.
yeah, man, I love that show.
Did you see the newest episode?
Yeah.
That kid was just it was terrifying. Like goddamn, I hated every minute of that.
But it hit you that much harder because you know
Yeah.
it was good, man. I love that show. It's
Yeah.
I mean I love the games like The Last of Us Part Two, not so much, but but that's another game talk we can have. But but back
100%. I
to
love
Harry Potter, man.
Yes.
So like I was saying, I don't understand why these people think that just crying on Twitter and and bitching and complaining and hating all this shit is gonna make a difference. If anything, you're just making yourself look like a hateful person. Like you
Mhm.
say that lady's hateful because she says all these things about it. You're being hateful to these random ass people that just bought the game they don't have the same views as that lady.
Yeah,
And
or may not even know what the views are. They
yeah,
could just simply like the franchise.
yeah, man, and not just that. If I'm just like, if you ask all these people, like, do you know she said this about Harry Potter about people, and they're like, I never know she even said that.
Yeah.
And
Um,
it's just I find it surprising that so many people were so upset that they don't even
Well,
like I don't know, man. It was confusing to me, but like I said, it made me buy the game, so I guess I'm a hateful person now.
well, I will say this. And it wasn't just once some years ago. Like she's still saying this awful shit. I'll be honest with you. Like she's still saying stuff that you probably shouldn't say. Um, so I can understand to a point where they're coming from. I can sympathize 100%. But I just don't understand. At least me personally, I just don't think it affects me. And I know that's kind of ignorant to say. I can recognize that. It's a very ignorant thing for me to say. But I don't care enough about J.K. Rowling as a person for me not to enjoy something that I've been waiting for since I was a kid, you know?
Yeah, man, and that's what a lot of people are saying. Like they've been waiting their whole life to be able to get into this world and like make yourself or whatever, run around in it. And now we're at the age of technology with like PS5, whatever you're playing on. It
Yeah.
looks amazing. It
Yeah.
plays amazing, and it's like you said, the lore behind it. The people that made the game actually took effort in like, oh, this is how this the book said or the movies, and they like it's a lot of detail in the game. So
Yeah.
it's gonna make people want to play it more. And like I said, the majority of the people probably don't care enough of what she
Yeah.
said, and some people don't even know what she said. And the
Hmm.
small majority that's like making a big deal about it, honestly, dude, they're gonna buy the game sooner or later.
Eventually, yeah, they're gonna give in to it. Especially like what console are you playing on? I'm assuming you're on a console.
Yeah, I'm playing on PS5.
Okay, and you say that you think the game looks great.
Oh yeah, I mean it looks great. I mean, like I said, I mean all the PS5 games have been looking great, but I'm not a tech guy, but it looks badass, man. I love it.
Like I'm playing on PC and I'm having optimization issues, and I don't know if you've seen online, but there's a lot of people playing this that are having optimization issues on the PC.
Yeah, man,
So
that's
like,
always the case with PC games when they first come out.
yeah, I know it sucks. It's almost like like I don't know. It almost feels like a Cyberpunk. Not so bad of their start, mind you, because graphically Cyberpunk was dog shit when it first came out. But I can honestly see them having to update this game for the next couple months to get things right. Because I'm playing with a 3080 right now, and I run into screen tearing.
Mm.
I'm running into like clipping issues. Like this game is not looking as well as I personally would hope. And I'm thinking of like what Cyberpunk looks like now levels what I'd like. But also at the same time, Avalanche is a small team. They haven't done a lot.
Yeah.
This is their first real big game, and I think it's a good start. They've laid the groundwork, but I want them to build upon what we have here. I'm curious though, how far into this game are you?
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. When I play these type of games,
Hmm.
it takes me forever to get into them because I'll be honest with you. I've made like four different characters,
Damn, really?
and then I get to the point where you choose a house. I
Uh-huh.
choose the house, and then like 5, 10 minutes later, I'm like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna pick a different house." Start the game all over again. So I'm finally got to it that I'm like, all right, I need to play this game, or I'm never gonna play this game. So I just got to the little town, Hogsmeade, whatever it's called, right?
Yes, yes, sir. Hogsmeade.
So I just got there and I just got my wand. So I'm like I said, I'm barely like the day I got the game, I played for like 3 or 4 hours. I'm not gonna lie to you, I didn't get past choosing the house. I kept restarting the game.
Are you serious?
I'm fucking mental, dude. Yeah, these type of games where they give you so many choices, it's not good for me, man.
What
It
house did you end up with at
I
the end?
I got so frustrated that I let my daughter pick the house and she picked the
Uh,
yellow one. The
yeah, Hufflepuff.
Hufflepuff.
Yeah, Hufflepuff too, man.
And
Hufflepuff for life.
and the only reason she picked it is because her school they have like house colors. I guess it
Yeah,
plays on Harry Potter too. And hers is yellow, and she's like, I want the yellow one. I was like, ah, fuck it, yellow.
dude.
And apparently
Hufflepuff's
there's
best
like
house.
I was reading that there's like only one. Oh, that's the only house that's like has like one pretty cool quest you do. Like you go to some prison or something.
Yeah, you go to Azkaban, but honestly, it's like 2 seconds, so it's not really that cool. You can just
Oh,
look
okay.
up, you can look up a video on YouTube and be okay. Like it's not that awesome. You don't
Yeah.
you just go down a hallway. That's all you do. That's
Okay.
all you fucking do.
I got
It's so
played.
bare minimum. Yeah, it's so bare
Yeah,
minimum.
but I'm ready to get those. I'm ready to get those evil spells, man. Kill some people and shit.
Are you serious? You want to do the evil shit?
It looks
Oh, it's
badass,
great.
man. I
You are
bet,
an anomaly, dude.
dude. I'm telling you, man. When I saw people playing the combat, they were like throwing lightning and fire, and I was like, that shit looks
Uh-huh.
badass, man. And like I said,
Yeah.
don't have no idea about the Harry Potter lore other than that I know it's a thing. But
Oh,
it's been fun, man. I'm like I said, I was never gonna buy it or play it, but
uh-huh.
all this shit that happened got me interested, and then now I'm like I'm in.
I'm glad, man. I'm glad more people are playing it, dude, honestly, cuz like that's going to entice the people that like put the game out to make more content for it and expand on it, man. Uh and the possibilities for this game are limitless. You got to think Harry Potter the world has I think 11 different schools on the planet. One of them gets mentioned in the game at some point by one of the students. But there's Ilvermorny in the U.S. that they completely didn't show at all. So there's opportunities here to really just build on this game for years and years, or release sequels, whatever, make your money. You know,
I'm sure they're
um,
gonna come out with some kind of DLC.
they'd have to.
I mean, they're leaving too much money on the table if they don't.
Yeah, I would just be pumping shit out
Yeah,
constantly.
but like you, like you were saying on the PC, you're having issues with it.
Yeah,
Did you see that? I think with the Switch version isn't coming out for like I don't know until when.
yeah,
I
because
think
the Switch is underperforming console, man.
yeah, man. But I'm like they should have not because it's underperforming, but like they should have done the same thing with PC. You know, like wait a few months, test them out because I think it's that's the issue that I always see with these brand new games that want to come out. They come out and they always have issues. And I'm
Well,
just, but I'm like that's why I stopped playing on my PC because I mean, besides the point, my PC ain't all that. I was
mhm.
always having issues with that same thing, and I'm like, I just got a PS5, and like you put the bitch in and it works, you know.
Yeah, man. And I knew coming in it probably will have issues. It's just kind of the nature of open world games, I feel in general.
Hmm.
It's a very ambitious game. Open world Harry Potter, like even the old Potter games on like the PS1 and stuff, like they kept you in an area, man. So this is a very ambitious game. And so at least on PC, I expect to have problems, sure, but I think it's all about the long game. I would much rather play it now, even with the minimal issues, because like I said, like the issues aren't like major. I'm not like crashing or anything like that. I'm not really having performance issues, but it certainly doesn't feel 4K to me. And I think I'm running it at 70 frames right now, just to try to, because I have everything on ultra. I maxed everything everything out because I want the fucking experience, man. I want to be in this shit.
Hey man, if you're
Uh,
able to do it, you might as well do it.
oh yeah, dude. So, um, I think long term there'll be updates, and these little things will not matter in the grand scheme of things. Like I'm 26 hours into the game.
Yeah.
I'm still doing level 5 story missions because I'm doing every side quest before I go to the story missions. So I'm just over leveled as fuck right now, and it's great. It's fucking
Yeah, I'm
amazing.
I'm just running around collecting all the flying little things, and like I said, I got my wand and I just started running around that little town and just collecting all this shit, and I was just like, there's so much to do, man. It's
Dude,
like I said, I don't love Harry Potter, but this game's pretty fun, man. It's been fun so far.
and the music is fantastic. It really sets the tone of the world, man. I love that they incorporated the movie theme that into the tracks. And so it doesn't feel separated. It's not just like, oh, Harry Potter over here, or Harry Potter game over here. It just feels connected more so to the world that we've already built, which I think is great.
Dude, they did the
Uh,
same thing with Last of Us, the show.
yeah, thought that
Whenever
was great.
when they did the first episode and I saw the intro, they played the music from the game. I was like, oh man, it hits harder like that, man. It's perfect.
I don't know if you know this, but the intro itself is the same from the game.
Yeah, yeah. I was like, oh shit. I was like, that's the game. And then just sometimes I go in and watch like the same scene in the game, and they literally take word for word some scenes like what the game in. And it's good, man. First video game movie show whatever I've seen that I'm like, okay.
It's just that easy, guys. It's literally ripped word for word. Like you can't go wrong with that kind of shit. This is why we were talking about Resident Evil before at one point, and this is why I don't understand why they can't make these shows. Because I'm just like, do what these guys are doing, rip them,
And,
you know?
and especially if you don't want to make the first Resident Evil game, fine. But part two with Leon and Claire, you're telling me you can't make a movie where people land in the city, they run through a police station, they end up in an underground base, and then they escape. Literally, take exactly what the game gives you and do it. Like, there's no, how hard is it?
No, it's not. It's not. I think it's just. I think it's ego. I think it's ego that stops these people. That they want to put so much of themselves into it that they forget it's about the material. It's about the franchise. And personally, I want Resident Evil 1 made first. I think that would be a great introduction. It'd be a cheaper production because it's all fucking inside for the most part until you get down into that big ass lab. That's gonna be the only thing that's gonna be expensive for set wise. Everything else is in a bullshit mansion, you know.
Yeah,
And it's like I think it would be incredible. And then to follow up with like a second season of like or whatever series of two and go from there, and you can do crossovers and
it has
shit
to be a
because
TV
that
show. I
it
think
has to be
I think it has to be a TV show, man. There's
a
no way you
hundred.
can. Movies it doesn't make any sense.
There's not enough time. There's
Yeah,
not enough time. I don't want to watch 3 hours. I don't want to watch a 3 hour movie. I
man.
want to be
Watching that
able to.
Netflix Resident Evil, that shit was dog shit, man.
Oh my god, it dragged so much.
I watched the first episode and I was like, nope, I'm done.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know. It was hard, man.
It had nothing to do with anything. It had nothing to do with anything that was right. They just took the names. It was like their adaptation of fucking Death Note. It just you took the names, you took the general idea of what it was, and then you just made bullshit. It's just a fucking shame. Which is honestly one of the like I'm very hesitant about One Piece. And only reason I have any hope for that fucking show is because Oda himself is apparently like involved, and I don't think that's ever happened in any of the other adaptions of stuff. So that gives me a little hope. But at the same time, the West has a hard time adapting Japanese animation. I don't know why. We
They
just don't understand it.
they want to put their own flavor in and end up ruining it.
No, I mean, not to say the Japanese get it right every time, but honestly, the Roy Kenshin movie franchise is pretty boss. Like, it's a pretty good franchise. I think it's like 5 movies and all of them worth a watch.
Yeah. Well, back to Harry Potter, man, because that's what
Yes, sir.
this is what we've been talking about.
Sorry. Yes,
Hey,
sir.
we can talk about any a bunch of things, man. I know we used to talk about all the weird shit,
Yeah, man.
but I mean, I mean, all the stuff we said. I just want to also say that I'm not like what transphobic or all that
Sure.
shit. First of all,
Yeah.
I don't care. You know,
Yeah.
um, life is hard enough as it is, just going through it.
Yeah.
To be hating on shit that people are dealing with or going through, they want to be whatever they want to be, right?
Yeah.
But I'm like, I don't care if you want to become whatever you want to become. You know, it doesn't
Hmm.
affect me. If you want, I just want people to be happy. You know,
Yes, sir. 100%. It's something that matters. Is
and not just
are
that.
you
I
happy?
hate people in general, like all
Sure.
people. I hate crowds. I hate being around people. So
Yeah.
I'm like, it doesn't affect me even. If it affects me even less because I don't
Yeah.
like being around people. But
Yeah.
it sucks because I mean, there's some people that really go out of their way to like hate, and I'm just like, that takes effort, man. That takes a lot of effort to go
Yeah.
that hard just to be like hateful when it really doesn't affect you at all.
It absolutely doesn't. It's their choice. Obviously it has nothing to do with you. It's a personal choice someone makes, and who am I to stand in between someone's happiness, and to tell them who they are and what they're supposed to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. It's I don't know, man. Like I said, it's for me. I understand the whole. You know how they like throwing the word out. Oh, this is woke. This is woke.
Hmm.
I mean, like you said before, if you don't want to watch it, don't fucking watch it.
Yeah, 100%.
If I watch something that somebody made and it ends up being whatever they call it woke, I'm just like, okay, I get what they're doing, but it's not for me. I just turn it off and move on to the next shit. You know,
Yeah.
I don't go on Twitter and rant that they're trying to shove this shit. You know, like for Last of Us, was the
Mhm.
episode three, two, three. Whenever Frank and Bill,
Beautiful story.
dude,
Beautiful story.
that story was good, man. And I was
Yeah.
like, and all I kept hearing, it's funny because I should probably get off of Twitter or anything.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, those kind of social medias, dude, you get
that
exposed to just the
that
worst
place is
people.
a
Man.
fucking dump, man. But
Yeah.
they were like, oh, the gay guys, they were kissing, and I'm just like,
Oh,
I'm like,
God forbid.
I'm like, but I'm in my mind, I'm like, do these people not know that Ellie is gay?
Yeah, no, they don't. They have no idea that she's gay.
In my mind, I'm like, she's literally not just that, she's gay, and the girl is like, it's an interracial couple. The girl she was in love with or whatever.
No.
What was her name in the game? I forgot her name. Riley.
Yes. Yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, these people are gonna have a damn heart attack when they find out that girl is gay.
Yeah.
And I'm just
They,
like, and not just that, the episode was good, man. It had nothing. The game didn't play out like that at all. But I'm like,
oh no.
I didn't find anything wrong with it. I was like, it is what it is, man. It's beautiful. It tells a story. It moves the story on. It's fine with me. But the amount of people that were complaining about it, dude, it's not the 1940s. Like, you haven't seen a gay person.
Yeah, I just feel like those people are just so just hurt, man. Those people are so hurt inside because I mean, it's just not to be able just to see the pure love between those two characters, the devotion they had to each other. That's inspiring. I think anyone should aspire to have that kind of relationship with somebody. And to hate it just because it happens to be two men is two consenting men at that of age. Like, why does this hurt you? So I think ultimately those people are just there's something missing in them, and there's a hole there that they can't fill for some reason, and they got to take it out on everything around them.
Yeah, I think it has to do with. I think more of this shit. I don't know. It's probably been around since before when I was little and all. I think
Mm,
what's made it more out there is because of the internet and social media, whatever.
yeah,
More people can get on there and hate more. But I mean, like I said, at the end of the day, man, that doesn't affect me. If somebody's gay or whatever, they wouldn't be gay online or whatever. I don't. I'm probably not being politically correct or whatever. I'm like, you don't have to go see that. You know, if it offends you that much,
yeah, yeah, man,
keep
it's weird.
scrolling, keep scrolling. You don't have to
Yeah,
go in there and be like, "Oh, you're gay, you're going to hell," whatever they say. I'm like, dude. Like, no, keep
Yeah.
scrolling, and
You don't
then
gotta comment. You can just literally just block or remove from your feed. Like I don't understand. The tools are there for you not to see the things you don't want to see,
yeah, man,
which is
it's
also dangerous too because you end up in an echo chamber. But
yeah, that's. I think it's the internet and the social media age has just created like a large amount of just crazy people, man.
yeah,
They
monsters, dude.
they
Just
didn't have anything in before, and then like you said, they find some kind of echo chamber that's bad, and they just go down a rabbit hole, and then it's bad, man.
uh,
And probably all the hate that I see on most things, I think it ends up being on Twitter, and I'm just like, that's probably I should probably just. I mean, I don't use it that much. It's just you see it every day, and I'm just like, has this been going on forever, or this is a new thing? And I think it's been going on forever. It's just since social media came
now they
what,
have a platform.
yeah, they became what it became. And people can go in there and read it. So I don't know, man. Like I said, I have the lady, the old J.K. Rowling, whatever she said. I didn't even remember what I don't know. I didn't see what she said, but I'm like, she's an old lady. She's a boomer, whatever.
Yeah,
I
man,
mean,
she definitely is.
she probably thinks you get gay by touching a gay guy or something. I don't know. She's one of those people, you know. Like hey, I'm not ashamed to say it. My dad was like that when we were little. He thought if you wore pink, you were gay.
I mean, I don't understand personally how one person can look at a color and be like, "That's clearly gay." First, like I just it's a color.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. And then just, I mean, I think it has to do with like just things change. But I
Yeah,
mean, he as he's gotten older, he's not like that anymore. But it was
I'm
just,
glad.
it's interesting how that you see what back in the day how your especially my parents, they're old
Yeah.
school Hispanics. You know,
Yeah.
they thought about that, but now when they're older, it's completely different. You know.
And that's what that's fantastic to hear. I always like people can be ignorant. People are ignorant. You know, we don't know until we know. And you know, you telling me your father thought one way, has learned and has grown as a person, man, that's admirable. There's a lot of people that can't do that, you know?
Yeah, man, and from where he came from, like the like I'm surprised he was able to change the way he thought because I mean, he had a hard childhood as it is,
Mhm.
and I mean, he did it. I mean, and like I said, even the hardest, like the most hateful people can change. I mean, I've seen it. You know, not that my dad was hateful or anything,
Sure.
but I've seen other people. So it makes me shit. I make people think my dad was a fucking hateful homophobe.
No,
he
no, no. I
he's
don't
not.
take
He
that
never
as
was. He was just one of those people. You know.
ignorant. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely, 100%. We gotta just allow people to change and and allow them to grow. Um, and I hope eventually J.K. Rowling will grow as a person. I think that she will learn and she will understand where and have the empathy. I think to be receptive to that kind of change. That's all I really wish for her. It's unfortunate, how the things turned out, but I'm. I mean, like I said, she's made something that's bigger than her, and I think honestly, she does not matter in the grand scheme of things, like really
Yeah,
anymore.
man. Like I said, man, she got her money.
Yeah.
You not paying whatever you pay for this game, 60, $70, it's not gonna affect her at all. She got her money up front.
Hmm.
She's living in her mansion wherever she lives.
Yeah. Her
Um,
castle.
whatever she thinks is not gonna change because you didn't buy the game. You know,
Yeah. Yeah. She
if
doesn't
she
care about your opinion of her.
if it
Like she doesn't.
changes, good. If it doesn't change, there's nothing you can do about it. But like
Yeah.
harassing all these people that just want to play the game because it's been part of their childhood. You know, Harry Potter's been part of their entire
Yeah.
childhood. It's like, I mean, you're just being hateful. It's a
Yeah.
different type of hate, but it's the same idea. You hate them because they like something they love. You, I don't know, man. It's strange to me. Like,
Pick your, yeah, like direct your anger toward the correct people, not to the innocent bystanders that just want to play a Harry Potter game.
yeah, harmless Harry Potter
Yeah,
game, man.
yeah. Honestly, I will say, God, they did a good job on it. I'm a big fan, but I want more. There's not enough content. I think overall in the world for me. I wanted more out of this game than what I'm getting so far. I have just to put things in perspective where I'm at. I'm at level 26. I'm playing level 5 like level 5 level 6 story missions I think still, right? I have every spell except for one unlocked, and I'm about to get like the max on like the Alohomora spell, which lets you unlock shit, right? So I've been playing it for a bit, right? And honestly, there's a lot of chunks in the game that feel very empty, especially the Forbidden Forest. There's not enough monsters. Like I gotta be real. There's not enough creatures and magical beasts in the game. They need to expand on it more.
Yeah, I think I saw
Um,
somebody say that like the diversity of monsters is not a lie. Like you fight a lot of the same monsters,
yeah, yeah. I
and
mean, it's all goblins and dark wizards for the
which
most part, and ogres.
but I think that's a good that's something like that, like you saying that little things like that that they could add later on.
Yeah.
They could make the game a lot more diverse or whatever, like add different monsters or whatever. I mean, I don't know, like the world of Harry Potter. I don't know what kind of monsters they have or whatever, but I'm sure they have plenty. I mean,
Oh, they have so many. Like, obviously, you would probably know some like the Phoenix. The Phoenix is a prominent one, which that is in the game. Hippogriffs are in the game, which is really cool. The I'm gonna say their names wrong. I think they're called Nifflers. They're from Fantastic Beasts. They're like the platypus looking beasts that like pickpocket people. Which is really cool. Thestrals are in it, which are like undead flying horses that you can only see if you've seen death. So like if someone's been murdered in front of you or something.
yeah, I mean,
Uh
like you said, there's a lot of potential, man. That's
oh.
and I think from what I've been seeing, they've broken a few records. How much money, how much game, how many games they've sold.
I mean, yeah, the opportunity is there, and they got honestly they hit the jackpot by landing this. Like this could have been mainline, like Rocksteady could have done this game. You know, they could have got any number of bigger studios to do this game, but they picked this like relatively, I think, smaller studio to work on this. And I've seen they've been working on this for at least 8 years because there was beta footage that leaked out, like not only screenshots but like one or two of the like actual gameplay that leaked out several years ago that people were talking about and like spreading around the internet. So people knew that there was something in the works, but just the ambition of this game, I don't think anyone thought that that was like it was gonna be open world. Like that's insane to me. I could get on a broom or on my hippogriff because you can have mounts in the game.
Yeah, man,
Um,
it's insane, dude. I mean, I wasn't expecting it to be that open,
yeah.
but it's crazy, man. It's fun. I love open world games, and like I said, I'm not a big fan of Harry Potter, but I mean, I'm into it, and I've just started, so I got a few more hours to see what I can do when I have a chance to play it more.
And the best thing about this game, honestly, I think for you come as someone that's not, I think, versed in the Harry Potter world, like it handholds you a bit into everything, which is great. It explains things. Like I know you're going around the castle and getting pages, but are you also doing like Revelio to find the hidden pages in front of stuff?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm doing all that.
So you get to like read about all these different things in the Harry Potter world and just expand your knowledge, you know? Like here's a tapestry for like nearly headless Nick, or here's something for this guy that used a Patronus that was a rabbit. Sorry, not a rabbit, a rat to stave off Dementors and a dark wizard to protect a village. Like it's insanity. Like they just expand on it so much and they can just add whatever they want. It's phenomenal. It allows you to just be immersed in this history and in this lore and just make it your own. And you don't even have to like personally, I would just say relax and enjoy the ride, man.
Yeah, I mean, I've been enjoying it so far. Like I said, man. I never understood why I didn't get what was all the hate about. But then once I started getting into it, it made no sense to me. And then I bought it. The game's badass. And I asked I asked somebody else if they wanted to talk to me about it, but they were scared that they didn't want to get political. And like, there's no political. It's like it's just a game, you know. There's
Yeah,
no.
it's
You're not gonna get canceled. You're not gonna get in trouble. It's I don't hate nobody. It's
yeah.
just a game, man. It makes no sense. The lady's rich. You're not hurting her bottom line. It is what it is, you know.
You could cancel her right now and it would just be retirement.
She's gonna
She would
go
just
wipe her tears with $1,000 bills. She probably has
yeah.
those.
Oh, hands down. She probably has her own pound or something over there in the UK, like a secret. money denomination of pound or something.
She's the one that killed the queen, man. I promise you.
Oh yeah,
She was part of it.
yeah, oh, yeah. I could probably see that. No, use dark magic to take out the queen. She cursed her.
All right. I mean,
I,
well, I mean, I didn't want to make it too long. I appreciate you talking to me,
yeah, man.
and
I was happy to be.
I was gonna ask you, man, when you watch Ant Man, if you wanna have a little chat about it.
100%. I'd
Uh,
be down for that.
I want to see it Sunday, so maybe Sunday night if you're available for. Like I said, I usually don't make these too long, man, because like I said, I don't want to. People have shit to do, you know. Make them
Sure.
like 45 minutes to an hour or something. Keep them short, and
Yeah.
sometimes they go longer, sometimes they don't. But I like I said, man, it was the first one I've done with you. I appreciate it. I really appreciate it, man. It's hard to people to not because they don't want to, just finding the time because everybody's busy. But I really appreciate it.
I'm happy to be here. Thank you for asking me. I'm really honored that you care about my opinion, I suppose.
Hey man, I care about everybody's opinion, whether it's a good, bad. I'm an idiot, so all the shit I say, I probably talking out of my ass. So it's fun, man, talking about it. Especially when
Hey,
I don't get to interact with you anymore since I don't work with you and all that. So it's fun to talk to people I used to work with, or the people that I actually liked.
no, I appreciate that. I really like you too, and I always enjoyed our conversations. And I'm 100% down to talk about Ant Man after you watch it, man. I'm down for that night. Um,
Yeah, man, I'll
and
let you know, and we can set something up. Cause I've been hearing, I saw, I saw the leaked post credit scene, which
I have not seen it. I've kind of searched. I didn't really come up with anything because I would like half-heartedly search for something, you know. Um, I'm willing to give it a shot. I honestly I just care about Jonathan Majors. Like I know Paul Rudd's a good time. Like
yeah,
he's gonna be fun regardless. But Jonathan Majors, man, he's just been a force to reckon with
I loved him
acting
on
wise.
Loki, man. Loki, just a little part in Loki, I was like, okay, let's go. And then,
Yeah, like
but honestly, dude, I didn't even search that hard. I literally just went on Twitter and put post credit scene. It was the first one that came up. I was
poor
surprised. I
guys.
was like, oh, that was easy.
Poor
But,
guys, man.
but,
But it's like I think Ant Man's a little different. I don't care enough about Ant Man. Like I know everything about the Flash movie. I know every beat of that Flash movie.
yeah,
I know every changes they've made in these past couple weeks. Like I know everything. With Ant Man, I go into it with low expectations of just simply wanting to have a good time. And if it can do that, I feel like it succeeded. Because honestly, the Marvel stuff, they're getting formulaic again, and I think that they need to take a step back and really focus on the storytelling again because that's what matters. Now it's just all kind of all like it feels like two kids hitting toys together sometimes.
yeah. I think they're doing too much. Like they're releasing too many things
Mm,
that aren't even tied together, and then they're just introducing too many characters. That honestly, some of these characters I could care less about.
yeah.
But
I I hope that they separate, I guess, in a sense, the street level stuff and the higher level stuff. Like Spider-Man is always going to be a movie. You can't get around that. But it would be cool if like the only shows they had were like the street guys we have kind of now, maybe plus a couple. Because I don't really need another She-Hulk. Not to say that She-Hulk was bad. I enjoyed She-Hulk for the most part, but I don't really necessarily need to see a season two because it's going to be more or less the same. There's not really much of a character in She-Hulk, unfortunately, because they didn't really do her character any justice in the comics at all. She's just female Hulk for the most part.
yeah,
But
I like the show. It had some of those episodes was really good. Like the
it was fun.
Daredevil episode was amazing.
Yeah, but Charlie Cox is just it's great.
Yeah,
It's
you couldn't if you try to recast him, it would have been
no,
a shit storm, man.
no.
He was like the
It,
perfect Daredevil.
yeah, yeah, I thought he did a wonderful job, and there's clearly a passion for that character there with that actor, and that always is good to see both on and off screen because you can tell that he really is devoted to putting out the best performance and to do right by the fans and what their expectations are. Though I am quite curious how Marvel's going to handle the character now that they're probably going to have to PG-13 it up a little bit more. Um but
Yeah, man.
as always open mind, you know.
Hey man, like I said, man, we gonna have to do it. We can do an entire podcast just about Marvel and DC shit.
Oh, dude, all day. I could talk all day, man. Hours worth of content.
So, but I mean, like I said, man, I appreciate it. I don't want to keep you too long, and I probably my wife's gonna barge in a minute and be like, "Get the hell off the computer."
Yeah, man, don't get in trouble.
But I'll let you know Sunday if you're available. I would love to talk about it because I'm excited, man. I'm really pumped for that movie.
Yeah, brother, just give me a time, man, and I'll make myself available for you,
Yeah,
okay?
I'm gonna watch it during the day. It's not at night, so I'll be home in the evening. So if you're available, I'm gonna hit you up.
Hey, I'm all yours, man. I'm
Uh,
all yours.
I mean, once again, I appreciate it, man. I'll let you know when this comes out. You can hear it, or if you want to. I mean, like I said, some people hate their voice, but
Oh, yes, sir. And then yeah, definitely, shoot me a link to everything, and then I'll put it on my socials and stuff.
yeah, man. And like I said, man, I'll tag you or your Twitch, and we can go from there. And then, but yeah, man, thanks. I appreciate it, and I'll talk to you later.